In this video, I'll be sharing 10 micro habits that significantly improved my life and allowed me to feel my best along the way. These tiny changes won't take a lot of your time, but will have a big impact on transforming your life in a positive way. The first micro habit is going to be kind of funny, but it's eating before grocery shopping. The main reason why I implemented this tiny habit into my life is to prevent impulse purchases. Yes, I would always have a shopping list, but still buy a bunch of things I didn't need just because I was hungry. Shopping on empty stomach often leads to buying more food than necessary. So when I eat before going grocery shopping, I save myself a lot of money because I don't buy a lot of junk. When I'm hungry, I'm often tempted to reach for unhealthy snacks or indulgent treats. So I just end up buying a lot of stuff that is actually not that good for me. The next habit is planning my day the night before. Knowing what I need to do ahead of time helps me with my anxiety and this feeling of uncertainty, making it easier to start my day with a clear sense of purpose and direction. It usually helps me relax and unwind before bedtime, and this allows me to have better quality sleep and a more refreshed start of my day. I know that a lot of people don't really like being on their phones before bedtime, especially for a long period of time, because it can influence the quality of our sleep. So what I do in those situations is I just grab my phone and use the voice function and create a to-do list for tomorrow. Later, after I'm done, I can also add all the tasks that I forgot to add at the very beginning. And here are all the things I need to complete tomorrow. I have also seen this very interesting approach online to basically rename your to-do list to get to-do list. So basically you're approaching everything you're doing from this position of gratitude, right? I'm grateful that I get to do this activity tomorrow, instead of, oh my God, I have to do this tomorrow. The next micro habit I'm gonna share with you is extremely useful. Guys, it has saved me so much time and headache. It's taking pictures of my outfits. Before I go on a trip, before I go on a vacation, if I have an office day, for example, I always take pictures of my outfits. Before recording a YouTube video, instead of running around my house trying to figure out what I want to wear, I plan for it and I have a picture of my outfit. I feel like for me, I do it especially often when I pack, when I go on a trip, because sometimes you just pack a bunch of things and then you arrive at your destination and you realize that nothing really works together. And you're like, where was my brain when I was packing my suitcase? I don't have nice shoes, even though I have a nice dress, or I don't have flip-flops, even though it's a beach vacation. What am I supposed to do now? This micro habit allows me to be an efficient packer and also avoid overthinking. If you guys are one of those people who constantly overpack, trust me, you're going to benefit from this micro habit a lot. You can simply refer to all the images on your phone to know exactly what to wear. And this can help you save time and mental energy. Right now, because of this micro change, I can coordinate my outfits in advance. And I know that I will have cohesive and stylish outfits for various occasions and weather situations. Micro habit number 4 is doing a quick digital declutter on the weekend. I personally prefer to declutter everything on the weekend just because generally I don't work on the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, I'm just relaxing, doing something else, pursuing my hobbies, and doing a digital declutter. I feel like for me, especially as a content creator, it is so freaking important to dedicate some time to declutter my computer, my phone, my e-reader, stuff like that, to make sure that it's all organized and that I have enough storage there. Here's a screenshot from my Notion page with everything I usually declutter. As you can see, the list is quite long. However, I don't do all the things every single week. The list is just there to remind me what I have to look at. Sometimes I do certain things just once a month, sometimes once every 2 months, but most of the things on this list I do every single week. You can also do your weekly planning on Friday, just when you're about to finish work, because this way you can fully switch off on the weekend and not worry about anything. Your space is decluttered, your computer is updated, your phone is ready to go, and you are ready to relax. Micro habit number 5 is learning how to respond and not react. So what's the difference between reactions and responses? Reactions are reflexive and lack conscious thought, often driven by emotion. Responses, on the other hand, are more thoughtful, careful, and deliberate. When we rely on emotional reactivity, our reactions can cloud our judgment and prevent us from evaluating situations calmly and rationally. So what can you do? Pause and breathe. When faced with a situation that triggers an emotional reaction, take a moment to pause and take a few deep breaths. This helps to calm the body's psychological response and allows for clear thinking. Reflect. Before responding, take a moment to reflect on the situation. Consider all the facts and assess your own emotional state. Ask yourself if your reaction is proportionate to the situation or if your reaction is way bigger. And then choose your response. Instead of reacting impulsively, choose a thoughtful response. Consider the potential consequences of your words or actions and aim to respond in a way that is constructive and respectful. Communicate effectively. Express your thoughts and feelings calmly and clearly. Use I statements to convey how you're personally affected by the situation and also how you are feeling right now. Obviously, listen to the other person, and when they're sharing something with you, again, respond, not react. A very famous Chinese philosopher, Lao Tzu, said this: "Do you have the patience to wait till your mud settles and the water is clear? Can you remain unmoving till the right action arises by itself?" It's all about responding, not reacting. Micro habit number 6 is tracking your habits daily. I use Notion here. I'm a huge Notion nerd, and over the years, I have created wonderful Notion pages and Notion boards. And yes, almost every single day I open my habit tracker. To be honest, I wish I did it every single day. Sometimes I forget, sometimes I feel lazy, sometimes I'm like, oh, I didn't do anything today. Like, none of my habits were completed today. So I'm just not gonna open my habit tracker. But honestly, I love this page because when I track all of my habits, when I see everything on Notion, on my computer, it helps me remember everything better. Because sometimes our memory is very interesting. I might think that, oh my god, I haven't read a book in a week. And then I open my habit tracker and I see that I literally read a book like 3 days ago. Yeah, that happens. And I wanted to ask you guys if you want me to make a video about how I organize my life with Notion. Maybe you want to see a Notion tutorial from me, because I have pretty cool things on my Notion that I'm sure you're gonna love. So please let me know in the comments. Micro change number 7 is saying thank you more often than sorry. When you're constantly apologizing, you give others the impression that you're always in this sorry state. You're always sorry for everything. And instead, we really want to be more often in this gratitude state. Like, I'm grateful, thank you, instead of constantly saying, oh my god, I'm so sorry, 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 sorry. Of course, don't get me wrong, there will always be a time and a place to apologize for something. When you did something wrong, saying sorry is absolutely okay. But if you have this bad habit of saying sorry all the time, maybe it's time for you to rethink it. If you say thank you instead of sorry, you're acknowledging the other person's feelings and appreciating their effort. For example, you came late, you can say thank you for waiting for me instead of sorry, I'm late. I'm so sorry, I'm always late. Even when I say thank you for waiting for me, I appreciate it so much, it sounds completely different. The energy is different here. You can also say thank you for explaining this to me instead of sorry, I don't understand. Micro habit number 8 is gonna sound pretty funny too, but basically it works like this. I say 1, 2, 3, and then I roll out of bed. This technique helps me not waste time in bed and start my day faster. And to be completely honest, I am that type of person who used to wait a lot of time in their bed because I was on my phone all the time, every single morning. I would wake up and the first thing I would do, like literally, I'm opening my eyes right now, I'm waking up and I'm already grabbing my phone. opening Instagram or opening the Messenger app to respond to everyone. And that would mean that I could spend 30 minutes in bed, an hour in bed. And obviously, for example, let's say I wake up at 7, right? So instead of getting up immediately, starting my day, starting my morning routine, I would just waste this hour and be in bed. And then I would finally get up and feel like, oh, I got up so late. Yeah, I wonder why. Always remember, it's easier to continue doing something than it is getting started. And being in bed in the morning is a good example for that. It is so much easier to continue just being in bed, being on your phone, than starting something else, like getting out of bed. And when I say 1, 2, 3, like mentally or even out loud, like I wake up, I'm like, okay, 1, 2, 3. And then like on 3, I have this energy to get out of bed and go to the bathroom, take a shower, brush my teeth, start my day. Micro habit number 9 is going to be very micro, like very tiny. It's adding ice to my water. I was honestly never a person who didn't like drinking water. I remember I always liked drinking water, but recently I realized that if I add ice to my water, I like drinking it more. It's so simple, but obviously the thing that helps me store all this ice and, keep my water cool is using a thermo cup, like a thermos, instead of just a regular plastic water bottle or a glass water bottle, for example. I really want to make sure my water is ice cold. And this way, after working or going to the gym or just working in front of my computer, I take a sip and I'm like, oh, feels so good, it feels so refreshing. So yeah, it's just like such a tiny little habit, but it helps me drink more water and stay more hydrated. You can also experiment a little bit more and add fresh herbs like mint or rosemary and slices of fresh fruit or berries to your water. Lemon or lime are all common things. Here I think you can use Pinterest for inspiration. There are lots of pictures of people making their water look more pretty, and this way I'm sure you're gonna be motivated to drink your water more often. And finally, tiny habit number 10 is complimenting people more often. A few weeks ago, I met up with my friends, and one of my friends had a cute bracelet. It was a new bracelet, I have never seen it before, and I was like, girl, I love your bracelet, it looks amazing. And she was like, oh my god, thank you, my boyfriend got it for me for my birthday. And it was so nice, like I knew that she felt nice. Like I noticed her bracelet, and also in that situation her boyfriend felt good too, because he was there, he heard it, he was like, yeah, I got it for her, and I was like, wow, that's so amazing. And he felt great too, because I complimented her bracelet. So many people felt good and noticed. Complimenting other people is actually something that I had to learn, because in the past I was not like that. I don't know why, I just could not compliment people. Maybe I was jealous, maybe I thought that if I was complimenting something, it was taking away something from me, which it absolutely doesn't. So that's why right now, I compliment people all the time, especially my friends, especially like people who are close to me, because I'm not really the person who can compliment strangers very easily. If I walk outside, I see a person with a cute t-shirt, for example, or a cute dress or cute shoes. I don't know if I'm gonna actually come up to them and say, wow, I love your shoes, or I love your t-shirt. Maybe. I have never done it before, so I'm not sure. But when it comes to my family members, my friends, people I know, I try to compliment them a lot. And usually I can find something to compliment them for every single time I meet up with them. Honestly, it's a great micro habit. It takes seconds, it makes you feel good, it makes other people feel amazing. So I think it's gonna be it for this video. These are all my 10 micro habits that completely transformed my life. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're thinking about what to watch next, I highly recommend checking out my video right here. I'll see you there, so keep watching.